Preloved, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan and I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload videos twice a week and I would love to have you here. Today I want to do a bit of a different video. I've seen similar videos float around YouTube before, but I want to address misconceptions and assumptions about shopping in designer and luxury stores. So I know that for a lot of people, if you're just looking to start your designer collection or you just want to go take a peek and that's not something you're used to, or you just prefer shopping online, the in-store designer experience can be a bit intimidating, and I want to kind of go through some of my experiences and my journey in shopping in designer stores as well. While answering your questions, I asked you over on my Instagram to send me your assumptions about shopping in designer stores, and hopefully by answering these questions you can feel a little less of that intimidation by knowing what to expect or what I've encountered. So let's get into it. I just got my phone here and I've screenshotted at least one of each question so that I can address them. Some things were DMs, so if they were answered in the question box, I'll pop them up on the screen, but if they were personal DMs, I would just kind of tell you what the question was or the experience and address that, because I don't want to put anyone's personal DMs up on the internet when that's probably what they weren't expecting. Let's start with the question box. First assumption is that they are stuffy and rude and aren't interested in helping. And I completely understand where this assumption comes from. I have had negative experiences in designer stores where the staff has just been rude, didn't want to help me, I don't know, turned their nose up, looked like they smelled a fart. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, maybe the people are having a bad day. There are some stores I avoid because this is a habitual experience from multiple employees, and there are some stores where this has just been a one-off, but every other time I've been in, I've had a great experience. So this is a very hard one to answer, but I think in general, they want to be helpful. They want to help you find what's right for you. A lot of stores are realizing that the luxury consumer is much younger now. You see a lot of people in stores now shopping in their athleisure. You know, Chanel has a massive sneaker range now, and that is to do with the trends of the new luxury buyer. And the new luxury buyer also doesn't want this stuffy attitude, and many brands have realized that and have changed their policies in recent years that I have personally noticed a shift myself. I want to give you some helpful tips along the way. There's something that I do, and I'll just politely say, I'm really sorry, but could you please get someone else to help me? I'm feeling like I'm more of an inconvenience to you and I'm not enjoying my shopping experience. I'd like to shop with another sales associate, please. You don't have to be rude back. You don't have to be nasty, but you also don't have to give your sale to someone who's being rude to you. They work on commission, and it says more about your character that you're polite and just simply ask for a new sales associate if you're not enjoying your experience. And if they're being outright very overtly rude, ask for a manager. I've had situations before. You can go back and see my Chanel Coco handle. When I unboxed it, I had a bad experience in the Dubai store, and I go through that whole experience there where I described to you how I told the manager what happened, he corrected the situation, he apologized, and turned my situation around. If you are having a bad experience, protest with your dollars. Give them to someone else. Ask for a new sales associate. Go to another store if you are just so unhappy with the experience. So the next assumption is, here in Kenya, most stores are classist and racist. It's hard to even window shop. Oh, I've never been to Kenya, but hey, it's so nice to have you here on this channel, and I can't speak to those stores specifically, but what I can say is that you do hear of these stories where they're classist and racist, and I 100% validate your experiences. And if that is how you've been treated in a store, I don't want to sit here and tell you it never happens, because it does happen. I don't think that stores should be doing this. They should not be discriminating. They shouldn't be classist and racist, because any good sales associate knows that not everyone starts out buying designer when they can afford 10 bags at once. I can't afford 10 bags at once. But a good sales associate that recognizes someone who is passionate about the brand or who's just coming in, and maybe you're just going for a keychain your first time, and they treat you as the keychain buyer just as if they would treat someone who is buying 10 handbags at once, you just have a customer for life now. Those are the sales associates I look for. So if someone is looking down upon you in a store, again, protest with your dollars. Do not shop with them. Go for another sales associate, and it can take a few. Like, I've still got stores from brands I like to shop from that I don't have a sales associate I keep returning to because I haven't found the right one for me. And that is okay. So protest with your dollars. If someone's treating you like this, do not accept it. Speak to a manager, speak to another sales associate. Another thing I want to say about this is, like, especially with, you said it's hard to even window shop. Adjacent issue is, like, if you're window shopping and you know you're just window shopping, don't try to take up a lot of a sales associate's time. If you have some questions that you need answered about the price, the leather, the this, the that, ask those questions, thank them for their time, tell them, okay, I'm keeping this on my wish list, I'm hoping to be back soon, because I go in all the time to window shop. And I'll just tell them, oh, I'm taking a peek around, my birthday's coming up, and I just wanted to get a peek at what's new. Take a spin around, and I'll let you know if I need anything. So then I'm not having them follow me around the store, waiting for me to ask for something, waiting for me to buy something, because they know that I'm just window shopping, and if I have a question, I'll come to them with it, and that's that. But then they can go and help someone else who is actually shopping. So I think that is one way, if you're looking to just window shop, make your intentions clear and your experience will go much better. So the next assumption is that employees judge you and think you can't afford it. I think this is changing a lot right now because, like I was mentioning, the new luxury consumer is more casual. They're not as pinged up like this all the time. There is a much more wide range of people shopping luxury. So I think stores are adjusting this, and good stores, like, I've noticed a big attitude shift, especially in like Louis Vuitton and Dior. You go in there and you might just be wearing, you know, some jeans and some sneakers and like something casual. They're gonna treat you the same as if you like threw on all your best clothes to go in and shop. They realize that comfort is one of the biggest things customers want now, and that means a more comfortable style. Wealth is not necessarily indicated in the style of clothing that they're wearing. I think stores that are training their employees well tell them that this is not the way you should behave with people. Next assumption is that it's not size inclusive, and I would say this is pretty correct. Some designers do have bigger sizes, but a lot of them do not. Be quite honest, if you're looking at a luxury collection anyways, the first things I recommend are bags and shoes and accessories versus clothing, because clothing is not as hard wearing as, you know, a leather handbag or a belt or something like that. So in that kind of case, I would say you can still shop luxury if you're out of their size range, but maybe not the clothes. And I do think this is a problem that many designers should address. A lot of designer sizes, their top size is smaller than the like average American woman. There are brands that are starting to work towards this. A lot of designer clothes I personally don't even think are really worth the price. This one is quite similar to another one, but it's not the whole thing I want to address. It's the last part I want to address. And this assumption says you are judged by the look to estimate your worth. The attitude is different compared to local people. So we've addressed the assumption that they try to see what you're worth by what you're wearing. I won't go over that again. But the part where she said the attitude is different compared to local people. So what she's referring to is that like sales associates treat you with a different attitude compared to the locals. Like this person I know is based here in Dubai. So by local, she means the Emirati people who are native to the United Arab Emirates. I don't think they treat you different if you're local, but I do think they treat you differently in Dubai stores if you live here. About halfway through the conversation of, you know, shopping and asking for things and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, do you live here? And as soon as I tell them I'm based in Dubai, attitude changes. oh, let me show you this, let me give you my card, we can do home delivery. They just suddenly want to sell to me. I'm not some tourist looking to buy my one item and then get out and like never be there. I do think this is especially true when shopping in Dubai Mall, because that is such a tourist heavy mall, which is the mall I like to shop in most because it's very close to where I live. But also there's one other thing, especially here in Dubai. A VIP here is different from a VIP in like Europe or the US. A VIP here doesn't buy a couple of bags a year and maybe an accessory or two or whatever. No, that does not qualify you as a VIP. I shop that much and I don't get VIP treatment here. A VIP here buys thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And if you are not a VIP here, forget it if you're looking to get a more popular bag. This is the way they tell you. Oh, we can put you on the wish list. Meaning all of their VIP clients are going to get first pick, and then if the bag is not sold out, then they'll come to that list and maybe offer you the bag. I have had this happen multiple times in Dubai. And I just tell them, like, if I'm not going to be offered this bag, please just tell me so I can source it from my personal shopper. It does sound bratty, and I hate being like that, but I've just been jerked around so many times that if I want to get my hands on a bag and I really love it, that I now look at their avenues. Now I have a few assumptions from questions I've gotten before or like DMs that I'm just going to share with you. And one is that buying in the boutique means that you get a better experience. And I want to tell you, this is not the case. A lot of people justify buying brand new with the boutique experience. If you're getting a really good deal on the Preloved market, especially on a bag, I buy Preloved all the time. A lot of Preloved bags actually still come with the boxes as well. If you really want a shopping bag from the store, you can buy them on like Poshmark or eBay. Like you can buy like a Chanel shopping bag for like $5 or $10. I don't think that justifying a new handbag purchase by the boutique experience is a good thing to do. My shopping experiences over the years have showed me some days it's great, some days it's not. Another assumption is that what you see online is what you'll see in store. And this is so far from the truth, especially with brands like Chanel. When I pre-shop online, I'll take screenshots of the styles that I love. I have literally walked into Chanel with 4 screenshots and they didn't have any of those bags. If you're wanting to go see a bag in store, I would highly recommend you call the store before making a trip out there. Open it up on the website. There's usually some type of code or item number that you can give them over the phone where they can check their system to see if they have it. Ask them to hold it for you for a couple of hours. Go in, take a look. Another assumption is that you have to buy a lot of things to build a relationship with the sales associate. It's completely untrue. I have shopped with the sales associate once, gotten their contacts, and they've become my long-term sales associate. It's more about finding someone you click with and that you have like a good vibe with, and that is the person you should go with. Ask for their card and say, when I'm ready to buy, I would love to come back and shop with you. And then you let them know that you want to continue working with them and that you enjoyed their customer service, and that goes a long way with building a relationship. Another assumption is that if you pay more for the item, it's going to last longer. Yes, there is some truth to that. There is some price per quality, but you are paying a lot for the designer name as well. There are several like mid-level designers that are doing great quality products that can also last you a long time. You don't have to spend thousands to get a quality leather handbag that will last you a lifetime. You need to pay attention to the construction, the materials. That will kind of give you a more indication of, will this be a long-lasting bag? Another assumption is that dressing better will get you better service. And this is not really true. I've had bad service when I've been dressed nicely in designer labels. I've had bad service when I've been dressed in casual wear like sweatpants. But what I do think helps is your attitude. I see videos like this on YouTube where they're like, oh, wearing Primark to the Gucci store, exposing Gucci. What gets me about these videos is it's not about that the girl is wearing Primark. That's not why they're looking at her funny. They're looking at her funny because her body language is like this, and she's like sneaking the camera around, and she's shifty-eyed, and she's like this. She's not speaking to anyone. Like, if you go in with your shoulders back, a smile on your face, when they say hello as you walk in the store, you say hello back, When they ask if you can help with something, you say, yes, I'd love to look at these handbags. Could you show me this one, please? Something like that. That presence and that attitude can go a long way in how you're treated versus if you walk in and you're standoffish and like, no, I'm just looking, I don't need any help, like, no, I just want to take a look. Like, when I see these in these videos and I'm like, it has nothing to do with that she's wearing Primark. It's that stores actually do training on customer body language. Training, they tell employees what body language to look out for someone who is not acting normal. So if you're, you know, being shifty-eyed and trying to sneak your photos and sneak videos and do these kind of things, then yeah, you're gonna get watched, you're gonna get followed, they're gonna wonder what's going on with this girl. But if you just go in there and act like a normal customer and ask your questions politely, I don't really think that just by dressing better, you're gonna get better service. But the way you carry yourself and you speak to people and you behave like a normal customer does help your customer service. Another assumption is that sales associates are always unfriendly. This is 100% not true. I have met amazing sales associates over the years. They're nice, they're in this business because they love fashion, they love working with people, they love meeting different types of people, and those are the sales associates you want to collect and shop from. Like, when I find a positive, upbeat sales associate who I notice is treating people well, treating her fellow colleagues well, polite and happy and wanting to help, those are the ones I go back to. I think actually the general majority of sales associates want to be helpful and friendly. So I just want to say before I end this video, I'd love to see even more changes in the luxury shopping experience, but I do think it has come a long way in the past, even just 3 to 4 years. I think we live in a time right now where brands cannot afford to be classist and racist and terrible to their customers because they're getting exposed. I completely recognize that I am coming from a place of white privilege and privilege talking about these things, and that my experience is not everyone's experience, but I hope that how I've handled some of my bad situations can help you know how to handle some situations you may come across if you're shopping luxury. Don't let one brand experience deter you from shopping luxury at all, because there are brands who are trying to be more progressive. They're trying to update their customer service experience as the customer needs change. And right now the customer need is openness, a more casual atmosphere, you know, not so stuffy and uptight. They want friendly service. They want to make a more informed purchase for themselves. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. I hope I've given you some information to empower you to have the courage to go inside any designer store you like and shop and feel confident and to know a little bit about what to expect. Please leave any questions you have about shopping luxury or designer items in the comments below. I'll be answering them there through my own experiences. Follow me on Instagram to see how I style my designer pieces, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!